However we look at it, we're at a critical juncture when it comes to Ukraine. On the one hand, there's the dueling diplomatic initiatives, one American, one European, each claiming to offer a path to peace. On the other, the brutal reality of war that continues to unfold on the streets of both Kyiv and Moscow. While Trump's envoy shakes hands with Putin, who greets him like a long lost friend, a car bomb kills one of Russia's top generals. This is not peace, it's choreography, cynical, calculated, and chaotic. And, and it's lethal, of course, to get away from all the alliteration. According to the documents that are floating around, the US and the European Ukrainian alliance are circulating competing visions for peace. The US proposal, driven by Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff, is a minimalist offer: an immediate ceasefire, direct bilateral talks between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine is barred from joining NATO. The US recognizes Russia's annexation of Crimea and the four eastern regions: Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson. And it's not clear, even in that, whether that means the four regions in their entirety or the four regions just as far as Russia's managed to steal them. Ukraine signs a mineral deal with American firms, and US sanctions on Russia are lifted. That's quite remarkable. It's not a peace plan, it's a blueprint for capitulation. By contrast, the European Ukraine proposal offers a collective security arrangement modelled on NATO's Article 5, the return of all deported Ukrainian children, a full prisoner exchange, Ukrainian territorial integrity upheld, reconstruction funded by frozen Russian assets until full compensation is paid. Two very different visions, one authored in Washington for global expediency, the other in Brussels and Kyiv for sovereignty and survival. And while peace is being discussed, the war has come to Moscow, and General Yaroslav Moshkalik, one of Russia's senior military planners, was killed by a car bomb in Balashika, east of Moscow. It's not an area, I'm afraid, I know, so I can't comment very much on it. Russian authorities immediately suspected Ukrainian involvement, an echo of previous assassinations, such as that of General Igor Kirillov and the blogger Vladen Tatarsky. Ukraine, as usual, has not formally claimed any responsibility, though sources in its SBU intelligence agency have privately admitted similar operations. This wasn't a battlefield death, it was a message: no one is safe, not even in the Moscow suburbs, not even senior brass. Zelensky is watching this pantomime of peace unfold with increasing despair, knowing that he is also a sort of marked man. He has earned the dissatisfaction of Trump, and his response to Trump's proposals is a resounding no. He rejects any recognition of Russian occupation, any limitation on Ukraine's defense forces, any veto over Ukraine's alliances. But Trump, preparing for a political victory lap, appears more interested in appeasing Putin than defending principles. His logic that recognizing Russian control over stolen lands and barring NATO accession will magically save 5,000 lives a week. The mayor of Kyiv has acknowledged that it is possible that for a short period, some form of capitulation, some form of recognition of a Russian occupation may be necessary. I'm inclined to agree with him. There may well have to be a period of transition. But in the same way that Kaliningrad can exist as part of Russia and also slightly independent, so too it should be possible to manufacture a form of neutrality for Crimea and the four regions that would satisfy both Kyiv and Russia. And I don't quite understand why this isn't being proposed at the highest level, because that would surely be the first start. That would surely be a starting point. And Zelensky's position is clear. We're not trading territories for false promises. His only condition: real guarantees, not handshakes with dictators. Europe too, of course, is being sidelined. While Witkoff and Putin meet for the fourth time, EU leaders have been reduced to observers. Marco Rubio, the US Secretary of State, even pulled out of the London summit at the last minute. This isn't a coalition, it's a coronation. Europe is being asked to endorse an American plan that they didn't author and cannot support, a plan that sacrifices Ukraine's territorial integrity and invites permanent instability. One peace plan rewards aggression, the other demands justice. One assassination shows the war is still very much alive, even in the heart of Russia. And one North Korean missile, laced with US-manufactured parts, just killed 12 civilians in Kyiv. Zelensky is right to call for pressure, for sanctions, for resolve. This is not peace. We are not at peace. We are at the precipice between appeasement and accountability, between a partitioned Ukraine and a free Ukraine. In war, some settlements are too dishonourable to accept. Some deals, no matter how attractive on paper, are written in vanishing ink, disappearing the moment another bomb explodes. And that is really the conversations which are going on in the Kremlin at the moment are bizarre conversations. I don't quite understand what Witkoff can possibly be talking about as Putin adjusts his, well, as Putin's doppelganger adjusts his suit and wriggles into his little seat, and everyone looks very serious.